What is up, the world? It is your friendly neighborhood Slipgator here, hanging out today, doing stuff and things, back playing some more Flotsam. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming to hang out with me. Make sure if you like the video, don't forget, show your support, smash the thumbs up button. Boom, boom, boom. If you're new and you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. You know, we put out a video of Flotsam. We weren't doing very good with the game. Pause. I've learned a bunch of stuff and things. You know, this game really reminds me. It's like Oxygen Not Included meets Waterworld. Definitely. There's a lot of stuff and things going on here that I didn't know about. And some RNG that might have had an issue or caused an issue with us getting the water that we needed in the last playthrough. But also, there was a lot of things I didn't know about the game. So I've learned a little bit more. Moves faster, and I'm going to tell you about what that is. So our drifters all have different statistics here. This guy moves faster, and some of them use more water. This guy moves faster, that guy moves faster. What do you do? Please don't use water. Drinks less. Oh my God, that's huge, man. So there's a little bit of RNG when you start the game that can stop you from doing well in any way, shape, or form to start off with. So that's something that you have to think about. I'm going to go ahead and set up this guy over here. I'm going to set up this guy over here so those guys can grab a little bit of each one of those guys. And then we're going to try to kind of fast forward our progress so we can get to an area where we were yesterday a little bit further on. But before we do that, I have to talk to you about some stuff and things. So look at the area of effect of our boat right here. These are the only things that we can influence right now. So we have to be kind of careful as to where we go. And then as we get further on in the game, when we get boats, we're going to be able to do some more stuff and things. I haven't really got into seagulls yet. I don't know much about that. But I did, like I said, learn a little bit about this. So this gameplay, this playthrough should go a little bit further, a little bit more quickly. So we've got to kind of slowly and carefully get stuff and things going. Our primary focus being food and water, but we can't really get there now. If you click on these islands, and I was having trouble doing that before, there's all sorts of stuff we can get. So if you remember, we were having a really hard time getting dry wood. We need metal scrap to do our very first boats. You get that from salvaging these islands. This guy's got some food. Over here, here's our seaweed, raw seaweed and seaweed spores. And then also, as we clear each one of these islands, we're going to go ahead and gather up some of this research stuff and things. And then down inside of here, we can unlock some stuff and get some research going. So I think the very first thing we're going to do is unlock probably the scrapsmith. Then we're going to go right to the solar stills. We'll work on that here in a second. First and foremost, we've got to, let me see here, probably just try to gather up some wet wood. And then I'm thinking that what we're going to do, we have a little bit of plastic straight away. Oh wow, we can't even build one little deal of that yet. All right, so straight away we're gonna have to just kind of wait for our guys to gather up some stuff and things. Maybe we'll set 2 of those guys to gather plastic, and then we'll fast forward the game here a little bit so it happens a little bit more quickly. All right, so we've got a little bit of a walkway going on over here, but now what I'm going to focus on next is going ahead and getting some drying racks up and running. I'm going to go ahead and pop one down right there. I can't build another one until I get 10 more plastic, so we should have that here in a second. This is looking much better to start with. I also found out some interesting stuff about when you're building. Let me see here. See this area out here? That hammer? That's as far as we can build in this game. That's the largest that we can make our flotilla. It's just that little area right there. So we have to be really mindful of where we're going to fit some stuff and things. Dude, can I really not fit? It has to go all the way over there. That seems like a little bit of a waste of space. Maybe we go ahead and squirt this guy right over here like so. Put another drying rack right there. So we'll get 2 drying racks up and running to start with. Converting that wet wood into dry wood, we can get a little bit more. Let's go ahead and enlarge that circle a touch. A little bit more plastic going on. And then how's the wood looking? Oh, I think he's already all done over there. We got 21. I don't want to spend too much time around here getting stuff and things, but maybe we set up 1 more buoy marker there to get a little bit more wood. All right, we're coming back here with a little bit more plastic and a little bit more wood. Looks like this guy's going to go out and get another little area of wood here, a little bit of wood. When he's done gathering that up, there, it looks like we're good. I'm going to go ahead and remove that marker. I'm not sure what happens if I move the boat before he gets online. Back on. I already grabbed a couple more of these guys, too. Let's slow down time a little bit and go to our map. All right, first and foremost, we're going to go ahead and squirt right over to this area. Maybe right there, because then we can get some wood too, possibly. I really want to make sure, you know what, I really got to just make sure these islands are in before we do anything else. So we're going to move the boat here. Let's go ahead and move the town. There we go. and then coming over to these 2 islands. Big improvements are going to start to be made. So now that we got our islands, we can hit C and center on our boat. Here's our islands right there. Tons of stuff over here. We can set 2 guys on salvaging that. And then over here, we've got a bunch of seaweed stuff and things. We're going to set a guy on salvaging that too. Next order of business, we're going to have to start thinking about getting some water online straight away. It's definitely going to be a bit of an issue. And let me see here. In order to do that deal, we're going to have to grab this guy, the distiller. We're going to need that, but we're also going to need this guy right here, the woodworking shed. So right over on this area here, I'm going to plop down that woodworking shed. And then can I make this distiller as well? All right, we're going to fit it as close as we can. Or it's kind of sort of like that. So we got our drying racks here, our storage going right there. When those guys get back from salvaging this stuff, here and here, we'll have a bunch more dried wood. We're going to have automatically, or very early on in the game, have some scraps. We can probably work on getting this guy up and running right here. Now, we're going to need some rope from that, and that's made on our workshop, and a little bit of dried wood as well. We're getting really low on oil. So, in order to move the ship, I think we're going to move right here next. Oh, dude, what's this guy right there? Shacktown? Dude, that might have a guy on it. I need to get to an area where there's plastic. Mayhaps we move right over here. There's probably another drifter on the Shacktown Island, and that's how you get additional ones, additional drifters. So if we move to right here, we'll have a little bit of plastic. That way we can move forward and get some oil going, so we can refuel the ship. Yeah, looking pretty good so far. All right, so we're just gonna salvage these guys up here and then get some hot water not hot water, but water action online. So a little balance. What I'm doing right now, early game. So what I got going on right now is I got these 2 islands that I'm trying to harvest up. Because I don't have boats and I can't get there quickly, it's happening a little bit more slowly. I've got 1 guy harvesting this island and 1 guy harvesting this island. This one's going a little bit faster because there's less stuff and things on the island to grab. Over here, what I got is 1 guy, and I'm having him make some firewood. And when he's done making a couple of firewood, we should get 4 fuel from that. And then I go ahead and make 4 water. We're getting a little bit of water right now, and we're not having as much trouble as we were in the previous playthrough. Because I think one of our drifters before was a thirsty drifter. Now we actually have the opposite of that. We got 2 drifters that move really quickly, and 1 that uses much less thirst. So it kind of sucks that that's the way this goes, because it almost makes you want to start games over and over until you get 3 drifters that don't suck. But that's kind of how Oxygen Not Included is too, you know what I mean? When you first start off with Oni and you get your guys, if they're really awful and they have a lot of negative effects, it can make it a lot harder for you to do all of your stuff and things. So yeah, that's what we're doing here. You can see we're gonna go ahead and that guy will queue up those 2 deals, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make 4 water like so. Or wait, oh, I only got 2 fuel that time. Oh, I think we maybe found some firewood. I had a little bit more firewood before. We'll DQ those guys, and then we'll go like that. So we're gonna make a little bit more water here, kind of just keeping up with our water demands as we're gathering up the stuff and things. All right, so we got our 5 stuff from this guy right here. Now we can go ahead and get our scrapsmith learned. We'll unlock that guy. We've only got 7 plastic right here, which is going to be what we need in order to make our oil. And we're going to need to get the oil refinery online or find an island that has oil. One of those 2 things. So now that this is done, I'm going to cancel that, set that for 2 guys, and hit salvage there. So now 1 of our guys will be back here just making water and firewood. And then 2 of our guys will be getting up over here harvesting Shacktown. And then when we're ready to go, we'll go ahead and move over to where was that other island? This island right here. This oh wait, that's a Shacktown too. See, we covered Shacktown. Oh, this might not have a guy on it, but we could go right here. We'll have access to plastic right there, probably plastic, wood, and the island, so we can get some more stuff and things. We got over here factory ruins and factory ruins. There's a ton of stuff over there. Ooh, I don't know, man. I almost feel like overgrown wooden ship. I almost kind of feel like maybe we should move into here, gather up a bunch of materials. That should be a little bit more helpful than getting this 1 Shacktown, because I don't think that that has another drifter on it. All right, Shacktown's done. We're GTG. Solar stills are going to take 5 more. We're running into a little bit of a problem here, though. We really are kind of low on storage. I'm going to go ahead and make 4 more firewood here. That should help us. Oh, you know what we should make, actually? Hold on. Maybe we cancel. Let's make 2 more of that, and then let's go ahead and make some rope. Let's make 3 rope as well. So we'll get 3 rope going to that guy, come back. I think he's good to go over there. All right, so let's go ahead. Regular speed, hit our map. You said we were going to move. Oh, what happened? Oh, no. What happened to my fuel? I thought we had a little bit extra fuel. Oh, crap on a cracker. Maybe right here? We got fish there we can't use. There's an island here with more stuff and things, but that's not a lot of plastic. I really need to get over into this area or to an area where I can get a couple of different plastics. I think this is where we're going to head. That's going to take all our fuel right here. All right, let's go. All right, so in the beginning of this game, by the way, it's very difficult. You really have to work hard at being efficient to get over the hump in the early game. And then once we move on a little bit, things are going to get a little bit more easy for us as we kind of like, I don't know, get a little bit more advanced. So first and foremost, plastic is going to be a big deal. Let's go ahead and set this guy up. What's the closest plastic? Yeah, probably over here. Let's set that like there. Let's go ahead and enlarge and set that for 2. So 2 guys should start going out into that direction and gathering up plastic. Our storage is very, very low, and that's why I'm trying to make some rope and some firewood over here so we can get some more stuff and things going. We're down to 8 water. I'm going to go ahead and set that for 2 more firewood after that, and then inside of here, we've got a bunch more. So I'm just going to kind of have to sit here for a minute, let stuff and things kind of run its course as we make more water, clear out a little bit of inventory, get some more plastic, build out our walkway, and then get into this guy right here. That oil refinery is definitely our next priority. Look at them go! Oh man, they're going to town right now. Oil refinery and a new storage yard. I'm gonna go ahead and build right on the very edge of this guy. So that guy's up and running and this guy's up and running. Now we can go ahead and start getting some oil. Now it takes plastic in order to do that. And we don't have a lot. Water's still kind of holding steady at 10-9-ish. Something like that. As long as we have dried wood, we can make water. So we're good to go there. We needed that extra storage just to make sure we could get all the things that we need. This guy's going ahead and making firewood. And then in here, I'm going to queue up maybe 4 more water. I think we can do 5. Yeah, let's queue up 5 more water in there. I'm going to go ahead here and start to queue up some oil as well. You know what? Never mind. I kind of just want them to gather right now. We're just going to let them get a little bit more. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get some oil going at the same time. So it's a little bit of a slow process. Just keeping our water up and then getting that oil so we can refuel this guy. And then once we're refueled, I think we'll move maybe, yeah, over to one of these islands. Maybe we'll head over to this guy over here. That way we can hit maybe that island. Maybe we can go, oh man, I need to get a boat so that it can increase my area that we can do stuff and things in. What are we going to need in order to do that? We can already build the mooring point. We really should probably get that up and running pretty soon. Why don't we take this guy right here? We've got 10. I'm going to go like so. Just build out that walkway a little bit further. And then as soon as I can, because I have this scrap, I'm going to go ahead and try to get a mooring point, and then I'm going to try to get a salvage boat. That's going to increase the area that we can gather things in. Oh, baby. Bam! We got a boat. All right, let's slow down. Let's take a look here. Now, you can see our area of effect is massive. Much increased. So we actually don't even really need to move from this area right now. We can do all the things that we need to do from here. So now that we can access some more things, let me just go ahead and double check where my boat's facing. All right, so there's an island off the starboard bow. A little bit over here, and this guy's got, ooh, all the oil, baby. Dude, that's amazing. So what I can do is click on this guy now. I can select my boat, just one hit salvage. So the scrap metal and the oil from this island, the factory ruins, will come to the ship now. Even though it's pretty far away, we should be GTG. So we can set this maybe back to 1. Actually, honestly, what I might do is remove this marker. I'm going to set up a new one over in this area here. I'll set it to 1 guy. So there's our guy going out over there. Water's sitting at 11. Do we have any firewood? We do. We can make 2 more water right there. Do we have any oil queued up? We don't, which is good. We don't need any more oil queued up. And yeah, so now we're just kind of like sitting back and getting some more harvesting done. So we have a bunch of fuel now. I'm going to move my ship. Oh, man. I feel like we should move it right to, like, say here. Just a little bit. You know what? I got a lot of fuel, man. Maybe we move it over this way first so we can just get a little bit closer to this island right here. We've already got that guy harvested. I'm going to move the town. So this is going to give us a little bit better access to these factory ruins here. And I'm pretty sure I checked, and those guys have, this guy over here, it's got more fuel on it as well. So we're going to go ahead and set that for salvage on that guy. I have gone ahead and built a second salvaging boat. We have 44 plastic now, but we're down to 21 dry wood. So I'm going to go ahead and set a boat up right over here. Like that. We'll enlarge and set one of our guys to go harvest that island and one of the guys to gather up some of this stuff and things over here. We've got 44 plastic now, so I'm feeling like we could probably extend this out all the way. So that's as far as that goes. Now, keep in mind that you can tear down things and you get, I'm pretty sure, 100% of the materials back. So if you design things in a way that you're not really into, you can definitely redesign things at a later date. I'm going to go ahead over on this side, and I think I can try to, it's right there, maybe start going off this way. You see 16. Let's go as far as we can with 16 plastic. So we'll start building out over here as well. I don't know. Should we go with beds or do we have enough to get our solar stills going? Let's unlock those guys right there. If you make beds, it costs a lot of wood. It makes it so that your drifters sleep more quickly, which they need that rest. We're running a little bit low on water here. So let me just double check and see what we got going on. Oh, plenty. Let's go ahead and make 6 water there too. And then as we get going, we can move our mooring points out towards the edges a little bit further. So when our boats are going out and coming in, they don't have to travel quite as far. For right now, I think we're doing okay with what we've got. But the next order of business, I think, is going to be our solar stills. Now, these guys are massive, and they take pipes. Pipes are made in, where is that guy? Right here, the scrap smith. So we need one more scrap in order to get that. Let me see over inside of here. We have scrap right here. So the next order of business is going to be getting this bad hombre online right there, the scrap smith. Here he comes, our first fishing boat. So we got a guy over here now. He's going to start fishing. Our very first fishing boat. Ladies and gentlemen, so amazing. So we got our fishing boat going now, but again, we are very low on some stuff and things. We're low on plastic. We're low on wood. We're low on scrap. I did move our mooring points out, and we have our fishing boat over here now as well. So what do we got going on here, man? We're really, really low on... Nope, not rope. Terrible disaster. Let's get a couple more of those guys going. Let's go ahead and get a couple more water queued up. Here we go. We're ready to rock and roll with our scrap smith, but we only have 2 scraps, so that's not going to do us any good. We got this island taken care of, right? All right, so let's go ahead and slow down time, and let's maybe pause even, and then pop inside of here and take a look. Where's the next area that we're going to want to go to? So you can see the area of effect is massively increased, but we do have like only a certain amount of space that we could travel to. Oh, there's not a lot of scrap or wood over there. Let's look down over this way. There's fish for days. Is that an island? Well, I think it is, but I can't see what it is. There's fish for days down over here. Huge amounts, and an island right there. Ooh, I feel like that's where I want to move. Let's go ahead and do that. It's going to take a lot. Yeah, we have plastic, tons of fish for food. Let's go ahead and move over into this area here. And then we have another island over here. I'm not exactly sure what it said it was. Abandoned motorboats. Oh, and there's a seaweed-covered beach, or seaweed-covered rocks right there. We can get a little bit more seaweed as well. All right, sweet. So this is going to be a great area for fish, but maybe not for other things. Oh, what do we got here? Lonely Island. That's going to be a new guy. Dude, we're going to be able to get a new guy there, I'm pretty sure. All right, so back over here, we'll hit C and focus on our deals. Let's go ahead and unpause so we can start doing our stuff and things. Now, fishing, we can actually queue up a lot of fishing at the same time. So if you take a look at our map here, oh my gosh, you can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, huge amounts. All right, so why don't we... Where's my guy right there? I'm going to zoom out as far as I can. Fish there. We can move out really far. Right there. There's fish here. Dude, I don't even know if we'll be able to store all of this fish. Some over there. Keep your eyes peeled, peeps. They're kind of hard to find. Some over there. So we're just going to set one of our boats on getting that fish going. There's some here. I'm not sure how it prioritizes where it wants to go. I thought there was one more around here. That might be it, though. I think we got them all. I think. All right, so we'll call that G's, and then we got a couple of islands here. What do we got over here? Bam! Scrap. All the scrap. Salvage that bad hombre. And then do we have another island that we have access to? No, we don't. All right, so the next order of business that we need to focus on, I think, is wood. We have a little bit of plastic. So closest wood probably down over this way. We pop down over here like this. There's our fish. Dude, that wood is really far. That kind of sucks. I'm going to enlarge that like so. And then this is what we're going to do. So we've got only a limited amount of wood left in order to get stuff and things going. Our water and food are quite low. We need to build this guy right here. So this deal, I'm going to build it off of here like this. Yeah, we'll build it off of here like this. Right there. That's going to allow us to dry our fish. Now, inside of here, I think, once we get 10... Oh, no, we already have it right now. Terrible disaster. Deconstruct. Don't even worry about that. Let's go inside of here. Let's unlock this guy right there. Fish kebabs. We'll unlock that. So I'm pretty sure the dried fish will only provide us with... Oh, we need screws. Crap on a cracker. 6 screws right there. Yeah, the dried fish only provides us with 0.5 food. If we cook it on here on the fish kebab, each fish will give us 1 food. So it's twice as much food value, but we only have 4 food available in order to get it. So we've got to get this guy up and running like ASAP. What I might do is cancel that. Go ahead and set 2 salvage boats on there so we can get those as soon as possible. Dried wood is looking pretty bad as well. A bigger dryer? I wonder if I can fit the bigger drying rack right inside of there. What if we deconstruct this guy and deconstruct this guy? Set 2 drying racks up against the boat there and there so that they'll fit. Ooh, we are right on the edge of not having enough food, man. This could be a terrible disaster. This is close, man. This is really close. We got 1 food left right here. I had to abandon my plan. I could not get what I needed. I couldn't get enough dried wood ready to go in order to get these kebabs online. So I had to go ahead and go with the fish sticks in order to make that happen. And that's going to take our 1 food up to... Bam! 3.5. So not that great, but once we get some more wood, we should be able to do some better food. So he's bringing the wood over here now, but we're going to have to go ahead and move the ship. We got plenty of plastic, but the problem that we have right now, I got plenty of plastic. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I got plenty of fish, nibble fish. Dude, look at them. They're sucking it down. I need wood right away, and I need to... Is this island done? All right, that guy's done. All right, slow down. Everybody slow down. All right, so we got to make a really smart move here. Shacktown. Where was that lonely island? Lonely island. I think that might be it. Let's go ahead and go. Oh, dude, can we get 3 islands? Only 1 wood. Man, this playthrough is tough, man. All right, we're gonna move over here, and I think over in this guy here we can get 1 more guy. And we have a little bit of wood, and we have enough fuel that we can move again. That's a fishing village. Dude, that should have food. I'm pretty sure that will have food right there. All right, so we're here. We're ready to go. Let's go like so. And first order of business. Wait, stop. Terrible disaster. Over this way. Is that what that island is? There is a guy. Flint Magellan. What are you all about? Move slower. I don't care. Rescue him. All right, grab that guy. Oh, it zooms us way in. There he is, just hanging out all by himself. Oh, man. All right, so then over here, we had another island, I think, over this direction. Way over here. Dude, this got food right there as well. Get a boat on that. 2 boats on that. No, 1. Salvage. All right, we'll get 1 boat going over there, and then we had some wood over here. We'll get 1 of our boats here and enlarge that. All right, 1 guy's going to rescue. 1 guy's going to get wood. 1 guy's going to go get supplies from that island. We have absolutely no food. This is a terrible disaster. This playthrough might be over already. All right, we're on the edge of death. So here's what's going on. I got firewood being made for days. We don't have a lot of dried wood left. I got wood drying on the 2 new drying racks we made. I got water being made for days. We got 4 guys now, so we got a little bit of increased water and food consumption, but we're making things happen a little bit more quickly. I took down the fish sticks and I made this guy, the fish kebab, but it also takes firewood. So I'm going to queue up 4 of those guys right there, and the plan to get our firewood is over here on this island, man. Remember this guy? Oh, yeah, this guy over here, the fishing village, 40 dry wood right there. So I went ahead and canceled my previous salvage on it, and I set 2 ships over here to get that guy going. So now we've got 11 dried wood. I guess we could just see inside of there. And stuff and things aren't going too bad. So, solar still. I think we can build this guy now. Bam, right there. Now, these solar stills take up a huge amount of area, but they passively generate water for us. So we really need to get these guys up and running as soon as we can. We're going to need 4 more pipes in order to do that and a bunch more supplies. But for right now, I'm just going to kind of sit where we're at and let this guy do his thing. I'm going to queue up as much water as we can possibly make. I'm going to queue up as much firewood as we can possibly make. That should help us to get some more food going, although we have 11 now. But you see what I'm saying, man? This game isn't easy. It's very much like Oni in the beginning, where it's just this busy box. You constantly have to be doing stuff and things all the time in order to make sure that you're just not on the edge of death. I am noticing right now that our islands and our materials in this playthrough seem to be really spread out a little bit more than normal. Dude, this is going to help us quite a bit. I do believe each solar still provides enough water for at least one of your drifters. So that'll take, you know what I mean, around 25% of our need to create water away. It'll make around 25% of the water we need to make. It takes 450 seconds to make one water, but it makes it completely free with no firewood needed, no people needed, nothing. So it should be GTG. There we go. We have a little bit more water coming in now. We just were at 1. There we go. Now we're at 1 again. Oh, man. What's the next order of business, do you think? This guy takes firewood in order to make pipes. I really want to go ahead and make another solar still. I'm going to need 4 pipes in order to do that. I'm going to set that for 4. We're going to set that for 4. We're very low on plastic, but we have enough fuel to get to a new area. That guy's already salvaged. When this guy is salvaged, I think I'm going to move here. In between all 3 of these islands, tons of 4 islands. Oh, and we get a seagull's nest. No way. That'll be excellent, man. Very cool. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure if you like the video, don't forget, show your support. Smash the thumbs up button. Feel free to share and favorite the video as you see fit. And may the stuff and things be with you.